Alright. So last time we tried to start the ET8, we had a lot of issues with it and it wanted to run backwards, and I cleaned the carburetor out to make sure there wasn't anything stuck in the needle. But I am curious about whether or not I somehow lost the timing, or if the constant issues I've had with this engine and are partly due to a timing issue. So we are going to start from the ground up and see what kinds of things, double check, triple check, quadruple, extra, double, super check everything here. Start with the plug. We'll hold that against there and see, turn this the right way so we know. Alright, that is where we've got spark. You can look in there. That is 10 or 15 degrees before top dead center. That is 10 top dead center. For an engine like this, it's running a lot faster. That 10 or 15 degrees should be good. So the timing is relatively okay now. So we've got exhaust, and we're at the spot where it's got to switch to intake, and that's the middle of the two spots, and we are not quite at top dead center again. And there's intake, and it closes, and now they're both closed, and I have quite a bit of slop on these valves. So I'm going to adjust these clearances. Nope. That means loosening up that lock nut and getting my tiny screwdriver in here. I think I'm running up against some Loctite or something. Oh, yep, there is Loctite all over this. So, pull these rods out. These rods are incredibly close in size, but I will also take a moment to try and mark them so that I get them in the right spot every time I put the engine back together. But for now, I'm going to turn this way And the Loctite got put on right there as they were doing the adjustment so that it would be between, so that it would work its way into the brass lifter here and then be behind the nut. But pretty wide groove in this piece, so I'm going to see about, yeah. There. Okay. There we are. Now I can loosen this off. Until there's a bit of there. Alright, so that might be close. We'll get our lock nut in place. And then to set this, we need to be certain that yep, I'll definitely have to hold that while I lock the lock nut on, but so because the pin here is kind of sloppy, I have to set both of these pretty much at the same time to make sure that if I set this and then I set the bottom one, it doesn't tighten up this pin and make them both give that a little snug there, and then take our lower rod and put it in place, just because that holds it for us to get this out of the way, and then pull this cup out so we can scrape that Loctite off. A better fit. Yep, that's a better fit screwdriver bit. All these slot heads for these. Gotta find the exact right width bit to make sure that I don't gouge them up too bad. So the lower has quite a bit of motion in it. There we go, that's probably good on the bottom. So we'll see about getting that. Not enough threads to get the lock nut on there. There we go. Now I need my thin screwdriver. Alright, so that's pretty snug but still wobbles around on there, and then the upper one is going to need to loosen up just a touch. But those are pretty sloppy, so we'll try that. See if that helps a bit. No. That is compression and should be ignition stroke, and then the exhaust is popping open. There's bottom dead center, and then at top dead center is where we make the switch for intake. And there's nothing I can do about the cam lobe shape. So I can't make sure that these valves aren't the bottom really wobbles around a bit, but this pin is very loose, so yeah, if there's a tighter fit there. I wonder, I could switch this pin top to bottom so that the C-clip is on top, and that would, I don't think that would really fix or change a lot, but with that, double checking the valves like that, we'll maybe see if that helps the ET8 want to run a bit better. Because otherwise it's got compression and it's just fighting with that not great carburetor. I'll look into it. I think it's got the same thread as some of the other fuel mixers and carburetors that are available for some of the other engine designs, so Oh yeah, it's got great compression. Look at it bouncing around there. So, alright. The super quadruple check there and setting the valves. Hopefully that is the right. Or that will help it go next time we try it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the carb is the thing that is always causing issues with this, but the cam lobe is a little bit weird, and I don't want to have a way to reprofile that, because I would really prefer that the exhaust valve be completely closed. So as we're getting to top dead center, I would prefer that the intake valve not be opening while the exhaust valve is closing, because it's before top dead center as it starts to open the intake valve, and that can, with the exhaust valve open, the pressure here can cause blowback out the intake, which I've been having issues with, but we'll see.